And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the New York Mets going up against the Athletics. First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about ready for baseball. And our pitcher in this game, Osvaldo Oviedo. What do you have on him, Chris?
Yeah, very respectable numbers last year. A sub 350 ERA. And, guys like that, you may think, well, they're elite pitchers that are pitching sub twos. They're dominating. But when you can have that kind of consistency, you know you have a chance to win the ballgame every time he takes the mound. So, good season last year. Opportunity for him to go out there and repeat it this year, possibly even improve. But I tell you what, if this guy's pitching for me and I'm playing in the outfield, I'm loving every minute of it.
That one out to right. Butler on the move. Makes the grab. 2 down. So up next for New York, Jeremy Pitts.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Swing and a miss. And the count's even at 2. Outside with a breaking ball. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. And we're back. And pitching in this game, David Peterson.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man on base to start the inning. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
To the right side, and he can't come up with it. Gets off a throw. The flip to the pitcher is late, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0. And now here's the A's catcher, Shea Langoliers. The 1-1. And it's strike 2.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Grounder might be 2. Slings to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And now the lefty.
Ball, that's off the plate.
He goes down looking. And welcome back to the ballpark. Juan Soto now.
Juan Soto.
1-1 now. Just missed. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Just missed. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call. Here's Francisco Lindor. Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1 out, base is empty. Inside, and a full count now.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Right side. And that quickly 2 away. Here's Pete Alonso.
Batting 6th, first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Way out front for strike 2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. And that is that. Bottom of the second at the plate. Miguel Andujar.
Left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Goes down looking. Digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. Missed with a changeup. Full count now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Line drive. That's a base hit. He saw a lot of pitches in that at bat and found a way to win the battle.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now Zach Geloff. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Nabs it, and the inning is over. And we're back on to the 3rd inning. And now it's Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Outside. And it's 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to.
Now this one is hammered. Way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. He jacks that one out to left. And we're level. It's 1-1. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And now Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Now here is Bob Rodriguez. And that's outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. And he lays down a bunt. And it goes just foul. 1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting number 0.
And stepping in for New York, Jesse Pitts.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
2 outs. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting number 6.
And next for the Mets, Lucas Pitts. Outside low. 2 balls and a strike. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Esteury Ruiz. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. Fights it off. He'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air, right field. And that's a fair ball. Into second easily with a leadoff double. Jacob Wilson up next for the A's. He's trying for third. Pitch misses. And the throw out at third. That one missed.
1 strike.
Swings and misses. And the count's
3 balls,
full.
2 strikes.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Brent Rooker up next for the A's. And that one hammered way back there. And forget it. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-1. 1 down. And here is Shea Langoliers. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And now it's going to be Lawrence Butler. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Now this is in the air down the line. Rodriguez pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's Miguel Andujar. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th, and now the DH, Jeremy Pitts. And that is in for a strike. And the count is 1-2.
No fence off the plate. Ball 2.
Stays alive.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
Runner at first with no outs here. Inside, almost got him. And a swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7. And now it's Frankie Lindor. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Lindor with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. On the ground right side. 4, 6.
He's out.
3 double play. And the inning is over. Bottom 4. And here's the first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom. Soderstrom checks his swing. Appeal down to third. No swing. And there's a foul ball.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the
third
mound.
baseman,
Now here's Gio Urshela.
Urshela.
2 balls.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Now
2 down, base is empty.
baseman,
Zach Gelof up next for the A's. Just missed. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Soto makes the play, and that ends the inning. And we're back.
Leading
New
off
inning getting
for the
started.
Mets,
And now
first
it's the
baseman,
polar bear, Pete Alonso. Off the mark there. And a count 2-1.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
No base hits in the series for him so far. And it's
pitching change here. Tyler Ferguson.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
In the dirt. And it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away. Bob Rodriguez up now for the Mets. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. In the air, out towards right center. Ruiz on the move to the alley. And he makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now
New
to
York
start
Mets.
the bottom of the 5th and taking
Number
over on the mound,
71.
Sean Reed Foley.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now
Esteury
Ruiz. And it is 2-1. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Next up for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Pitch is in the dirt, and it's a full count. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat. Brent Rooker up next for the A's.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Just missed. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 3-1 now.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Pitts hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Shea Langoliers up next for the A's. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play.
Rodriguez makes the catch, and that is that. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Jesse Pitts. Fought off foul.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get
and it gets by him.
Now batting, number 6.
Now it's the second baseman, Lucas Pitts.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
To the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there.
just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Next one misses, and now it's 3-2. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Calls it in, and there's 1 away. So up next, Juan Soto. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
2 on, 1 out. Up and in, and that's ball 3.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. New arm out of the bullpen, Jose Leclerc.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Pitch misses there. Full count, 3-2. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game.
That's strike three and the third out. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
That one outside, and it's 2-1. There's a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Off the plate inside. Counts full, 3-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Now at the plate, Miguel Andujar. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Throw back in quickly, first and second now with nobody out. So digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
3-2 now. And they're all loaded up.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So they're all loaded up. Now it's going to be Gio Urshela. In the air, right side. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
2-1 now, 2 aboard, and that's down and away. Fouled off left side. The A's looking to add another. And that'll load the bases.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
So the batting order turns over, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Esteury Ruiz. Went too far that time. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. Bet the hands are still stinging after that one.
That's out to center field. Base hit. 1 run is in. And they hold the runner at third. Bases remain loaded here. Still only 1 gone. So up next, Jacob Wilson. Swing and a foul out of play. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Jose Butto.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Hit on the ground to short. Lindor slings it across. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michel Otañez. And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso. And now it's even up. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And that one almost hit them. foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Mark Vientos will hit next.
Mark Vientos.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double, and his second hit.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And here is Francisco Alvarez. And it's caught for the out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ground ball to the right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw comes in too late, and they come away without an out. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Pitts, the next to hit. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Ruiz. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Shea Langoliers.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting,
Lawrence Butler digs in now.
Butler.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away. Next up for the A's, Miguel Andujar. And a swing and a miss there.
I would say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Ken Waldichuk.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. His 4th home run of the season. It's 5-2.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch at that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And the batter now, Jeremy Pitts. That's back there. That one hops against the fence. And that's a double.
Now batting, right fielder, Juan
Soto now at the plate. And he grounds one to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor. Next pitch is outside.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Base hit and a run in to score.
Everything came together for him. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Stepping in, Pete Alonso. And the count 1-2. The tying run at the plate. Lindor the move. Safe at second with a stolen base.
You got to be careful with a guy like this at the plate. Stealing second may eliminate him from getting really good pitches to hit. Now they can work around him with first base open.
Oh, wow. What a stop. Nicely done for the out. So they bring on their closer in the eighth, Mason Miller.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
With the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the eighth. Got him. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth. Daniel Nunez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And there's a ball. That one fouled off, 2-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup. Here's Gio Urshela. Next pitch is outside. One down, base is empty. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Swings and misses, and 2 away now. Zach Geloff up next for the A's. Two down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the. And we're back.
Leading
now,
off for
Francisco
the Mets,
Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez.
And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Got it. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Now batting
Bob
3.
Rodriguez up now for the Mets. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Next to hit, Lucas Pitts. Ground ball, and this should do it. That's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
A 5-3 final score in this one. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here